Welcome back. So I teased this Slack doubling down on. I think most people knew that you were in it, but if you didn't, Josh already had a position, and now you've doubled it?
Yeah, so I said this the day it went public. I said, you know what, I understand it's very expensive. I don't want to take the risk of this thing running away without me having some. Bought a very small amount, and I did say when it drops into the mid-20s, I'm going to add to it. It actually dropped into the low 20s. 2 days ago, I doubled my position. Let me tell you, I had bought some at 30 on the way down, and then I doubled that. So I've been buying on the way down. Let me tell you my thoughts on this really quickly. First of all, productivity software is tremendous now. It's going to get even bigger. The total addressable market for something like what Slack does is potentially $35 billion, according to Morgan Stanley. Slack is a category killer. It's a classic category killer. If you look at previous companies that were category killers, it has followed much the same trajectory. It even has the founder still as the CEO. Users love it. Employers and organizations love it even more. The average Slack user during the work week, those 5 days, spends 9 hours with the app open and 90 minutes actually using it. Those engagement numbers are off their charts. They're bigger than Facebook. So they have more than 720 customers right now paying them over $100,000 a year. That's the important number that continues to grow. They are making money, but they're not yet cash flow positive. And they were very upfront about they're not in a rush to be. They have $800 million in cash. This looks nothing like the WeWorks, the Ubers. They're going to spend only $70 million this year ex-IPO costs. So it's not a high cash burn. They can get to profitability when they want to. And they grew last quarter more than 50%. So Wall Street sold the stock off because maybe they wanted 60% or 70%. That is not my concern. I think right now you have an opportunity to buy this thing at a 40% discount from the opening tick. That's why I doubled my position, and I want to be in this for 3 to 5 years. I'm a user of the product. I think it's better than Teams, and I think the stock's going to work over time.
So there's an NHL coach that has watched you talk about Slack on air, and he has asked me the question as it declined. Do you believe the stock has a put underneath it as the market cap gets lower and lower? Does it become a viable target for someone to take it out? I think it's like $13 billion now.
That's a great question. Somebody would really have to not care at all about whether or not it's accretive to earnings, because if you buy it out here, it definitely is not. But people have said these things because the only other real competitor here is Microsoft. There are junior versions, but I'm talking about scale with millions and millions of users. They have a superior product to Microsoft Teams, and the engagement on Teams is less than the engagement on Slack. So somebody that says, we want to get into enterprise software in this way, we want this kind of collaborative tool as part of our suite, and there are a lot of companies you could think of off the top of your head. Oracle comes to mind for me. It could happen. You know me, like I would never buy something on speculation that could happen. That's the reason.
No, but that's gravy on top of a meal that you've already put on the table that sounds tasty.
Agreed. And I will tell you, it's not a cheap stock now, but it's not meant to be. What they need to demonstrate to the street is that they can continue to add organizations and continue to add users, and that those user engagement numbers stay there, because that's what gets people to upgrade from free to premium. And so they've got a lot of premium customers, but they should have more, and they will. The other thing with Slack is integrations with other companies' products are really, really well done, and some say better than Microsoft's. If they can continue to do that, this becomes more and more woven into the fabric of the American business and international businesses, and less easy for an employer to get rid of, which means people keep paying. And if that sounds familiar, go look at the last 10 years of Salesforce. That is, for me, that's the example I would use. If everything works out well for Slack, which is not a guarantee, it'll look like Salesforce.
So, but stock is on the move.
Do you need to stop? I'll buy it. I'll buy it right here.
I bought it as an investor. If I bought it for a trade,
I'm buying it right here, $24.75.
I don't have to stop it. I don't
put a stop in. Okay,
no, I've already. By the way, I've already ridden it down from the IPO like 38% or something.
I like
so
what you're saying. I'm going to buy it.
If you weren't wearing the suit, would you have that much confidence? Would you
The suit gave him the confidence.
Not only should you buy it, you should introduce it to the firm you work at and watch how quickly all the internal emails disappear.
I told you there's an NHL coach that bought the stock because of you, and I'm going to buy the stock because I want to buy another one of these suits.
I might buy the stock just because you're wearing the suit.
There you go.
I can't buy any stock, so I can't do that.